Hi everybody, welcome to Listening Colour with me, Rachel Walker-Mason. Right, what have we got today? Ooh, something brand new. Let's go for it.
I toil in silence, don't know where my mind is, numb from the shock of it all.
Amy Lee.
Cut myself open, but I wasn't broken. Tried to fix what wasn't wrong. Can you feel it taking over? I know I'm not alone. If I must go, the waves should drag me out. When every lie was kept so close, burned by the gate for what I chose. Now you're tossing and turning, no pulling, no plug on my dreams. The end of you is the start of life for me.
So we've got the amazing Amy Lee from Evanescence starting the song, which is beautiful. Like, she's got such a rich voice, and it's just the second you hear her sing, you know exactly who it is. And like having a voice like that you know straight away on the radio who it is, that's a real gift. I love how she opens the song in quite a sort of spoken way, and the lyrics are quite kind of fragile, and she's sort of questioning things. And then she builds up into the pre-chorus, her voice gets a bit stronger, and we get into the kind of big Amy Lee kind of sounds that we're used to in the choruses of her big songs. And then the chorus, she really goes for it, and there's some backing vocals in there, but it's principally her voice, and it is beautiful. And she's not actually even giving it the full attack at the moment. She'll leave that till later in the song, because she always does that. Like, she's got such a powerful voice. It sounds like full voice when it's not, because she's got that ability. And later on there'll be more, I'm sure.
How is that to know? Crystalline castles turn to dust in the palm of your hand.
So what Poppy's doing here is using a thing that we call vocal fry or slack folds, which is this kind of sound. A lot of teenagers kind of talk like this all the time, or the Kardashians. And what she's talking about here in the song is that she didn't in her innocence, she didn't know that crystal castles can turn to ashes. And so her using that vocal fry, that kind of makes her sound a little bit hesitant, and like she's feeling sad about her reality, that all these beautiful things have come crashing down. And so that kind of sound in her voice, it's like she's sighing, and it kind of shows her innocence and her youth. And it's a really beautiful little quality to use there.
But I'm wide awake this time, burning down to find nothing inside. Can you feel it taking over? I feel it creeping in. I'm back at the edge again.
This verse is Poppy, got a really beautiful light voice, like a sort of bright kind of soprano, very clean sound, which makes the texture of the song very different, because Amy Lee's got a much thicker voice. And so you come to this section and it's like this beautiful fragile girl singing this bit, and she sings the verse tune very differently, and it's gorgeous. Her vocals are like the complete contrast to Amy, but they still work together, which is quite interesting. Like, she's not overpowered by Amy's voice. It reminds me a bit, and the song is a totally different genre, but Bang Bang, the one that's Ariana Grande, Jessie J and Nicki Minaj, three singers that you wouldn't think of putting together, but that song works really well because all three voices are completely different, but they somehow complement each other, and that is what's happening here.
When every lie was kept so close, burned by the gate for what I chose. Now you're tossing and turning, pouring the blood on my dreams. The end of you is the start of life for me. The start of life for me.
Wow. So just when you thought you've heard the full strength of the song with Amy Lee absolutely going for it, full belt, Poppy coming in with all the harmonies and it just being mixed beautifully, suddenly Courtney LaPlante comes in with a full-on screamo moment, which I haven't heard for a long time, and I really miss that. I love that about that era of music that they're clearly bringing back here. I can't get enough of it. And she's properly going for it. There's very few women that I've heard anyway. I'm sure there are lots, and I'm sure you'll tell me. I've not really heard women do that and have that much presence. And she comes in with this killer line, which is the end of the chorus line. The end of you is the start of life for me. So good. And she does that as a full screamo thing. And it's incredible. It just punctures the texture, which is already thick. It just cuts right through. And I love that the graphic for this is her breaking through mirrors, because it's like literally her voice is doing that to the wave of the song. It's amazing. It just elevates it to another level.
You make me feel so wide awake for good this time. You are an echo of a dream as it fades from my mind. Wide awake for good this time. I can finally let go of the shame as I claim a new life. Sing from a fractured lullaby, innocence draining from my eyes. All I wanted was stolen. I hate all that I believed.
And this bridge section is amazing. But they're saying I could finally let go of the shame and all the things that kind of really trapped them in this. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful, just the way it's shot as well, of the three of them finally coming together, because all the other points in it, they've been apart in different rooms, but this is them coming together and kind of releasing these ghosts, releasing this turmoil that's been in them, and they can finally be themselves. And there's a beautiful line that Poppy sings about, it's like a fractured lullaby, and all the innocence in her is like has been drained from her. Like, that's so sad. It makes me think, okay, is this about, rather than just like a romantic relationship, the gaslighting, was it something from their childhood? Was it something that represents something that happened to them when they were younger that's kind of haunted them all through their lives? I'm sure some of you know what this song's about, because you guys always do, and you let me know, and I love that. So please let me know if you know any more facts about this song, what it's about, why they wrote it. Hit me up.
You is the start of life for me.
Wow. Oh my God, I love Amy Lee. I love Evanescence. I remember that whole bit at the beginning of the 2000s where it was just, God, I love that kind of metal and that rock and that kind of grunge, and particularly a female vocal on it. Quite a few have suggested Nightwish, who I have listened to a bit, and I love that. And it's rare that you get these hugely powerful female voices. The three of them just sounded amazing together. It just like ramped up. It was just like Amy Lee giving it the full voice, the amazing voice that she has, and all the beautiful nuances. And then I don't know who the other two singers are, so I'm going to have to go and find out. Yeah, Courtney LaPlante doesn't say who else. Poppy. But their voices, they're very different singers, but they went really well together, and they each had a section that was kind of them, and then they harmonized so beautifully together. That was just stunning. It was a kind of return to that early 2000s kind of angst that I absolutely love, but like a whole other layer on it. Oh, it's just epic. Color-wise in this one, it's very green, like quite an acidy green, like when you're sick a lot of times, that kind of green. It's just I don't know, it's the kind of the angst in it or what, but it's this very lurid green. Yeah, it's like glow in the dark kind of neon. their voices are so different. Amy Lee's voice is this really heavy, kind of heavy bronze kind of color, like it sits lower down in the mix. And then I think it's Poppy, a much lighter, kind of more like a whitish kind of tone. And then the other one, I think, Courtney LaPlante, the one who does all the screamo stuff, which is amazing. Hers is almost, it's almost like a you know, like when metal has kind of oxidized and it goes a bit sort of blackish, it kind of is that kind of color. It's so heavy. It's amazing. So the whole thing visually looks bonkers in my head. It's really cool. If you like the videos I'm making and what I'm doing, then please join the Colourwave crew, where you will have early access to my videos. You'll get to vote on which songs I review next, and loads of other super secret awesome things that will be coming very soon. I try and read every single one and reply to them all. I honestly do. It is me, not anybody else. I do. And I would love you for this video to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share, and check back soon for more videos. Have a colourful day.